steps, and then having the seconds call out 1, 2, 3, and then fire. What they did was, at the Decatur-Barron duel, they stood 3 steps apart. Does anyone know why they stood such a short distance apart?
They were such poor shooters. They couldn't see.
Can anyone guess?
They couldn't see.
Commodore Barron
Was very dull.
was nearsighted, but he hated Decatur, and he wanted to be sure he shot him. So,
wasn't there a rule for him to be down there?
the normal rule was 10 paces, but you were allowed to change the rules of the duel according to a request by one or both of the duelists. And Commodore Barron requested instead of 10 paces, they fire at 3 paces. If you can imagine this, these 2 Commodores, one of them a great war hero, with the dueling pistols blasting away from that distance. Needless to say, both men crumpled to the ground. Barron was very badly wounded, but he survived. He lived until something like 1859. He was never cashiered in the Navy after that. Decatur knew he was mortally wounded on the shot, and he was carried back from Bladensburg to the Decatur house along those rickety roads at the time in a carriage in agony, up and down, bouncing in the carriage. He was carried into the Decatur house, and his dying words were to spare his wife's Susan Wheeler Decatur. He didn't want her to see him in his death throes and his agony. So he had his seconds, his friends, take him into the living room and close the doors so he could die in peace. But he bequeathed all his wealth to his wife, and that was his last act. The good thing that came out of the Decatur-Barron duel was that the Navy abolished duels after that. No more dueling among our senior officers.